Packed right there. All I gotta do is pack Rebel's dog food and water bowl and try to find a ride up out of here. God, I really don't want to walk the park area and that much shit. And I know better than ask anybody on here for any fucking help getting an Uber or any money for whatever. Because no one wanted to help. All 20 something lives I did asking for help or needing $50 for those tests, people didn't take me seriously, and that was part of the agreement. I moved back in here, might go to college. Those tests determined whether I'll start or not. Because I didn't get to take them, guess what? I don't get to start. And now I'm getting the shitty end of the deal. I have to be out by tomorrow morning. Back in the woods I go. Just what I fucking need. I have no money for fucking food along the way. Have no money for an Uber to get there. Granted, it'd probably only be like 40, 50 bucks for an Uber one way, but I mean, I just know better than to ask for help. I've asked, if any of my followers were gonna help me, they would have helped and not allowed me. They didn't allow me, but they would have helped to prevent me from being back in the woods. So it is what it is, you know. Fuck it. I'm sure that's what everybody wanted to see. They wanted to see me back in the woods struggling. It's not like anybody really cares. Might say they do, but you know which ones really do and which ones really don't. Stop it. What do you mean stop it? Stop what? Serious? You think it's a fucking joke? Yes, legally I do have to leave. It was something that the landlord, I'm not on the lease here. There's nothing I can do. Cops done told me I had to go if she asked me to leave. My grandma was trying to give me one more last chance, but you see that? 1, 2, 3 suitcases packed. I'm done. It's over with. No one wanted to come through and help. So guess what? I'm gone. Back in the woods we go. And guess what? This time with no tent, just me and the dog. No Kyle. His dog. He's doing great. He apparently just bought him a Mustang, got him a motorcycle, got him a mechanic job, got an apartment with a girl. He's doing fucking fantastic. And I simply can't even get help to get a fucking Uber out of here to get to where I need to go to at least feel normal being homeless back in that, general area. But hi, Julie, how are you? So all I wanted was to go to college. I got accepted. And one opportunity came up to where I needed to come on here and ask for help. And it never did happen. And I told y'all if I didn't get the help, if no one could help me, then I was going to be forced back out in the woods. No, I'm not well. I'm being basically kicked out. I'll be homeless back in the woods tomorrow. Over $50, by the way. It's just aggravating more than anything. Yeah, if somebody would have sent me the $50 on either my PayPal or my Venmo that's in my bio, I could have simply stayed here. I could have took the test, got into college. They accepted me into college, but I had to take the test so they could register me for classes. They need to know where I'm at in math and English level. Am I at college level or not? They need to know where to put me. So, no, I don't have a residence. This is where I was staying because I had nowhere else to go and I was trying to get into college. I do not have a legal residence. It's alright. No, with a family member, but her landlord won't let me stay here. Best thing I can hope for now is that somebody will be nice enough to at least send me the money to get an Uber in the morning out of here. Otherwise, I'm toting two big suitcases and a backpack and then a big old, what used to be a sleeping bag. I mean, not sleeping bag, air mattress carrying case, which is full of stuff. No, she don't, because I'm not a tenant here. I'm not on the lease. I don't get mail here anymore. I'm not. No, I don't. No, she don't. Trust me. Doesn't have the cops here. I've been told. Just joined. How are you? Getting ready to head back to the woods in the morning because couldn't get no one to help me. It's not my grandma. Granted, oh my God, no, I don't want to decline. No. The landlord doesn't want me here. My grandma was trying to tell the landlord, give him a chance. The agreement was if I could get into college, take those tests, get in, when the lease renewal came up, she would allow her to put me on because the landlord and me just have never gotten along. And so the landlord is kicking me out now. My grandma has argued with her, and she's already threatened to kick her out. And I'm sorry, I'm the kind of guy that was raised. I'm not gonna let my grandma get kicked out over me. Sorry, not gonna happen. Just wish somebody would. There's only two possibilities of things that could happen right now. That could save. One could save my situation. The other one could help me get my stuff and my service dog out of here in the morning. Good for me. I don't care. I mean, thank you. I'm not in the mood to be told that, but thank you. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just, do you see, I enjoy sleeping in a bed. Come tomorrow night, I'll be sleeping with a damn log will be my fucking pillow. But nothing to do with you, I'm sorry. Anyways, just sucks that $50 is the only thing keeping me from being able to stay here. Just sucks, you know. 74 people in here, golly. That's a lot. Anyways, it don't matter. I'm not gonna sit here and keep asking for help. People know what I need. It's gonna take 30, 40 bucks. That early in the morning, it's probably gonna be about 40, 45 bucks to get me to where I need to go with all my stuff and my dog. If you got 50, that would mean you could stay there. I want to say yes, but I'm not 100% sure now. The deadline for me to sign up has already passed. But I did talk to my student advisor today, and I said, hey, if I can come up with the money, in the next few hours, by tomorrow, is there any way you could get me at least into testing for the fall semester where I could take the test now and keep my place to live? She said, yeah. She said there's still 3 spots available for it, but it's not gonna happen. Ain't nobody gonna help me. Y'all should know that by now. And it's okay. It's everybody's choice. If they don't want to help, they don't want to help. I've lived in the woods for 6 years. I just thought I'd try to get my, somewhat of an education and get my life together, but I guess more people would rather see me in the woods suffering and living that lifestyle and with them sleeping in fancy beds and mommy and daddy handing them stuff on silver platters than to see me succeed. I mean, I don't know. That's what it seems like. Now, I do have several followers who are true followers who have been here since day one, and if they could help, I know they would. Whether or not they're here, don't do a guilt trip. It's not a guilt trip if it's a fucking fact. Think about it. Not a guilt trip if it's the truth. Just simply saying that that is literally the truth. I did not get the money to take the test. Now I have to go. Simple as that. Landlord gave me one chance. Well, not me. My grandma talked her into giving me a chance. Because the landlord, okay, the whole 6 years, or probably more than 6 years, I don't know. Close, somewhere around 6, 7 years that I have lived in the woods and been homeless. My grandma has lived at this same place. So the landlord knows. And, oh my God, hold on. I work for everything I have. Yes, I have many other issues and still work full time as necessary. Yeah, I would love to work full time. Find me a job that'll allow me to have my service dog with me there. Trust me, that's the only problem I'm having. No, we've already tried paying the school directly. They would have to have my social security number. They'd have to have my date of birth. They would have to have my actual full name. I got way too many trolls on here to give that out. I've had some very bad, y'all just don't know. My regular followers know, people who have been here since day one, the ones that go around chasing the ones saying, oh, they're beggars. I'm sorry. Yes, I came on. Yes, I used to come on here years ago, daily asking for help to get food, for something to eat. But I have not been on here in so long for anything other than trying to get the money for that test. The 2 tests I need to take. That's it. Hi, Julie. Hi again. Hi, how are you? And here pretty soon, I'm sure Matilda will show up in here and get me bananaed again, so, yeah. And Rebel. Rebel's laying down and probably in the living room where the fan's turned on. I haven't been on much. If somebody sent me the $50 to pay for the ticket, I done said that. Oh, yeah, home run's right. I did say that. I would do it live. I have no reason not to pay for that live. Just, you said your dog was sick. He was sick. Matter of fact, I just paid. You want to see? Well, that wasn't supposed to goddamn happen. You want to see? I just packed the last 3. He got 3 days of medication left. You want to see? Or is that not going to matter to you? Showing you his medication probably ain't even going to matter to you, is it? Get in the fucking wall. Do you want to see it? Yes or no? I'm on my husband's phone now. Come on, Daisy Mae. Do you want to see it or not? inside the suitcase that's getting packed. Top pocket here because I gotta keep all this paperwork together. There you go. Rebel's Canine Medicine. See the pills at the bottom? Yeah. My dog was sick. My dog still is a little sick, but he's doing a whole hell of a lot better than he was the last 2 months. Plug my phone back in. Did not mean to rip that out like that. All I have to do is log into a student page, yeah. And in order for me to do that, I have to type in my social security number, my student ID number, and my date of birth. And I'm sorry, none of y'all would give your social security number out. Don't tell me you would, because I know you would, especially if you were in my shoes and had trolls who would love to get a hold of that. But I'm not mad at anybody in particular. I'm just... 3 years ago, I was in the woods. I could ask for $30. Somebody would send it to me in a heartbeat. I could simply say, I need $30 for food. I'd go get food. I'd show them food. I'd show receipts. I'd show proof. And now it's like, I don't know. I don't get it. And Rebel did need 3 different meds. He still does, but for some amazing, God answers prayers, you know? All my followers, well, not all of them, but a lot of them said they'd pray for him, and I prayed a little bit, even though I'm a sinner myself. We all are. I prayed, and he is slowly getting better. His poop's not that mucusy no more. He's eating better. He's eating more. I'm going to make sure he finishes this dose of medication, which he has 3 days left. 3 days left of it. But it would be really, really nice is if... How old is Rebel? Rebel will be 4 on July the 4th this year. If nobody wants to help with the $50 for college for the test, which is past the deadline, and I'm not even 100% sure I can still get in on this test date that's coming up next week, but I can still pay for it for a future, for the next set of test sessions. I will do that live, but if anybody is not willing to do that, can you please at least help me get enough money to get an Uber? I've already got my suitcases packed all around the room. There's a bag there. There's a suitcase there. There's a backpack there. That's the start of a suitcase there. I won't be here tomorrow. I'm going back to the woods. I lost my dog. She was 8. I'm sorry, Lena. Boy, mama, Uber, Lyft, some ride service. I'm just simply asking, would anybody be kind enough to send just enough to get me to where I need to go to get back to the woods? And that's it. And it would be a little cheaper than the money for the test. I've got my sleeping bag and a blanket. No, I do. Me and Rebel will not be in a tent no more. Don't know why. Don't know. We thanked my mom's husband or my cousin one day when I was gone, and everybody was over here visiting my grandma. Took it and did something with it. We don't know. And unfortunately, there's no cameras around there. Yeah, no homeless shelters here in this town. None whatsoever. Animals are better than humans. But if I could get help getting an Uber to get to the place I want to go, then yes, there is a homeless shelter there. That actually one of them doesn't allow service animals. One does. Actually, one says they don't allow any pets. I don't know how they legally can deny even a service animal unless they're like non-profit or private. I have no idea, but one of them does. Why do I have to leave? Because no, I didn't ever. I couldn't get the help from anybody. Boy, mama, how far is it? How much? Once I just oh, you weren't in here when I answered that. Anyways, it's gonna be it's about $45 to get me there and Rebel there. No, I have not. You're a fucking liar. I have not asked for food since I started going live again. I've asked for help getting a college test. Now Uber. So keep your freaking. Oh, I want to say something so bad, but I know it'll get me banned. I'm not gonna say it. Keep your you know what shut, and if you're gonna make crap up, or get blocked and get gone like deuces. I'm tired of trolls like you making shit up. Yes, in the past, years ago I did. I used to ask on a daily basis for money. For Uber. Yeah, I can show you plenty of work IDs. I built destroyer ships for the U.S. Navy. I bet you've never done anything that badass or that cool. The fuck out of my life. God damn, criticizing ass. Oh my god. Thank you. Never said food. I didn't. How's Gabe owner? What the fuck does that mean? Bree, what are you talking about, sweetie? Oh, yeah. I did. I used to go. I used to come on here daily. Oh, you built the ships, yep. You know that. You've seen it. You've seen the proof. Weather where I'm at, cold at night. 70s during the day. This to be 80s during the day. It's gonna be some rough nights, but that's okay. We will make it. Beato's in my state. You live 20 minutes from me. I know. Trust me, I know. Trust me. We talked about meeting up and getting to know each other. I know. I wish I would have stayed. I do. But yeah. So, anyways, back to the woods. It is tomorrow. I've got one suitcase fully packed, one bag, two bags fully packed, and the second suitcase is getting packed right now. Because unfortunately, everybody, I guess, had thought I was lying. Now they know the truth. All I needed was a little help. Couldn't even get it. And now I'm just asking for help getting enough so I can get an Uber in the morning to get to where I need to go. Which would be either $40 or about $45, somewhere in there. That is literally all I'm asking for. I won't bother nobody else. Might even just vanish for a few days off off the app, you know. Nah, not. I mean, you might. I get it. You might be broke, but not everybody's broke. If that was the case, the country would be in a shutdown right now. Cause I was just at the gas station with my neighbor, and there were people buying stuff, so they couldn't buy stuff if they were broke. But I get what you're saying. What's up, Cash Money? Sorry, I'm not. I'm not in the yo mood, but yo, what's up, buddy? I'm headed back to the fucking woods tomorrow with my dog. Unfortunately, without a tent this time, but at this point of life, I just really don't even care anymore. It just never seems like no matter what I do, I try to do right. It fails. You know? Hi, Joey. Well, okay, well, doesn't mean you're not broke. Well, let me just put it this way. I can't buy nothing from the gas station. That means I'm broke. What's happening? I am being kicked back out and having to move back into the woods with my service dog because I could not come up with $50 to take 2 college TSI tests in order to get into college, to start my college courses. And now I'm asking if somebody can help me with $40 or $45 to give me an Uber in the morning so I can get me and my suitcases over there, the backpack there, and that suitcase over there to the woods, to the town where I'm going. Those were Kyle's tents. He took them with him. One of them wasn't his, it was donated to him and had holes in it and leaked, and yeah, it's in pieces. The landlord's kicking me out. My grandma lives here. There was an agreement that if my grandma talked the landlord into giving me a chance to stay here and get into college, all I lacked was $50 to pay for the TSI tests, is what they call them, like a placement test to see if I'm at math and English college level. But I came on here probably 15, 20 times and tried to ask for help and never got none. So here I am now. I had to make the choice to start packing tonight, and now I gotta go. And still can't get no help. I mean, bummer, sorry. How far are the woods? I don't know about the ones I'm going to. Probably about 25, 30 miles. Maybe a little bit more. But anyway, if anybody wants to help, my PayPal and Venmo's in my bio. I don't know why I'm announcing that. It's never worked. No one's ever sent nothing except the penny fairy, which whoop-de-doo. What's a penny gonna do? It adds up, but still, at the end of the day, they do it for the ha-ha-ha. That's... What do you mean by programs? Rebel was already accepted to go to college with me. Someone do half, I'll do the other half. Home run, I appreciate that, but most people in here, until somebody shows proof that they'll do something, no one else is going to do anything. But here's the thing. The trolls hate people that help me. Yeah, I could get it. Yeah, definitely student loans and all that. But these two tests have to come first. They cannot sign me up and register me for classes until I take the TSI test. That's how it works. And the reason being is because the computer programming, the cybersecurity, and the corrosion technology, both of those courses require math and English too. In order to jump to be in math and English too, you have to have a certain score on your high school diploma or your GED. And because I don't have that score, I have to take a TSI test to see where my score is at. And unfortunately, I have to pray. Yeah, good night, Steph. Have a nice night. Unfortunately, I never did make the $50 or could get help getting the $50 to take the test. Lena, I had 3 different dates that given to me that I could have. Why you were here a couple of those times? They gave me 3 different deadlines each time. No one helped. It doesn't matter what they were. No one helped when I went live and told what the deadlines were. Nothing. Get ready to move back to the woods tomorrow. Trying to see if somebody's gonna help me. At least get my 2 suitcases, 2 bags, and my service dog back, at least back in an Uber to the woods, which somebody said they would go half if somebody else would go half. So, but what I wanted to say is, don't say it in the chat that you'll help, because the trolls will message you and harass you. They don't like people helping me with anything. My PayPal and Venmo are in my bio. If you help me and it pops up, I will say thank you. I won't say your name. I'll send you a private message. Tell you thank you. That kind of thing. Yes, I have to leave the house. It's not my house. Landlord does not allow me doesn't want me here. No, I do not have a tent. Me and Rebel will be outside under trees just doing the best we can. Where's Rebel? He's in the living room laying down. I knew some cunt was going to start by saying Jordan Paul. Yeah, I know that's your mom, isn't it? Goodbye. No, I don't have a tarp. I have nothing. Because I didn't plan on leaving. I didn't plan on having to go back to the woods. I've got a sleeping bag over here and a blanket. That's all I've got. I'm having to start over all over again. Now, hey, granted, if I had the $50, then yeah, I could still I would have to schedule for another month out, but at least I could show the landlord, hey, I got it scheduled. I'm in. Will you please let me stay? And that would be fine. But I can't get help. No, Mama, that's what we're talking about. That's why I'm having to leave. Yes, I've tried working. I have a fucking service dog. Try finding a job with a service dog. I apply every chance, every place I can. Nobody wants a dog at a business working with an employee. That's why I need to get on disability. Damn, I'm tired of people being rude, being dickheads. Yes, your dog has to go with you. What do you think a service dog does? Sits at a ticket line at the fair and collects tickets from kids for a Ferris wheel ride? I'm sorry, yes, I'm a smartass. Casper, you're not gonna help. I'm not listening to humor your questions. I've answered those many a times in the past. If you want to help, I'll be glad to answer. But I'm not gonna sit here and just keep answering questions on people who don't plan to help. Fendi, that's the first one I've seen, sweetheart. I've tried following you back, but it says you've requested to follow this private account. If you need to, send me a private message. But I'm surprised my lives lasted this long. We're at 100 people. Somebody's gonna get me bananas here in a minute. I know it's gonna happen. No, I did not have a service dog in Maine that whole time, because the whole time I was in Maine, Rebel was off getting trained to be a service dog. Why do you think I was only gone for 9 months? Almost 9 months. I just stopped to talk. You're fine. They go to work. Who's they? I'm not saying that jobs don't exist where service dogs can't be at. I'm just saying where I'm at, this little tiny town, good luck. Good luck finding one. I've never heard of one. No one else in this town has ever heard of any job where they allowed a service dog. I mean, now they can't sit there and say, we can't hire you because of the service dog, because then you can sue them for discrimination. But they will always find another excuse, whether you don't have experience or you're not the right fit we're looking for. Companies aren't stupid. Mama, what are you talking about? What's 2 messages? Because it wouldn't all fit. I'm confused. Did you send me a private message or something? I don't know anything about service dogs. Does the state give you paperwork on the dog? Yes, I have full legal paperwork on this dog. I've got a CAD card, service dog card in my wallet that shows everything about Rebel, like what questions people can ask. If I have to pull it out, which normally I don't, because I just educate them, and if they want to push us to the issue, I tell them, call the cops. You want me to leave? Call the cops. And it's funny watching them get the walk of shame, because cops can't. I don't know if y'all know this, but a service dog has more rights than we do. They are federally protected. If you don't believe me, do your research. Shit, I think half the humans I run across are a liability. You see how the way people drive down the road? I word it 3 times, I guess. It's being built. There probably is. Because that's only the second message I've seen. If somebody does help me, though, if you send it on Venmo, just know it will not pop up. For some reason, I can't get notifications on Venmo and tell you thank you until I open Venmo up, and then it'll show me. So I can't tell you thank you until then. I'll go back, find your profile, send you a message, tell you thank you that way. If anybody does plan on helping. I don't think anybody will, but if they do, thank you ahead of time. I haven't gotten any gifts this week besides a couple of roses. Nothing. I think I made $2.18. I can tell you it was under $3. No way. There's just no way to get an Uber with under $3. You should think about it, Vindy. I don't get the gifts I used to back when you know who and his girlfriend were still around. You know, he'd send an Interstellar here and there and those big gifts. Yeah, back then I was doing all right. I was able to do that. What's the money for? It depends. If I can get $50, it'll go towards 2 college TSI tests I have to take to get into college. If not, it's money for an Uber, because I have to be out by tomorrow morning. And me and my dog are going to be moving back to the woods where we came from, homeless. And that's going to take about $40 or $45 to get us back there. So that's honestly what's the money for. That's honestly what the money is for. You live in Canada. That's cool. I've always wanted to visit Canada. I like the way Canadian people talk. I think it's so cool. But I'm I don't think I'm gonna get any. I mean, look, there's 101 people in here. If somebody was gonna help me, I would have already gotten help. But PayPal hasn't popped up, even though PayPal and Venmo are in my bio, and I only need $50 or 45 just to get an Uber to get us back to the woods. And if somebody doesn't, we already got somebody that said they would pay half if somebody else would pay half. You know, but I just don't think anybody else is going to. I really don't. Here, let me just go for what's the money for. It depends. Like I said, these two T, but the money is for an Uber. I need to mainly either get the 50 for the two TSI college tests, and then the landlord will probably let me stay, or the 45, and then I can leave here in the morning with, or if God willing, somebody sends me $50 and allows me to still register for the next set of testing in about a month, then I might be able to stay. Other than that, my suitcase is already packed. I have to be out early in the morning. So if I can't get help with that, I need at least come up with $40 or $45 so I can get an Uber out of here. And that's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for anything else. My grandma's not making me leave. The landlord is. I'm not on the lease here. My grandma talked the landlord into giving me a chance. If I got into college, I could stay. When she renewed the lease, she could add me to it. I'm not going camping. I'm going to be homeless with my dog again. We've been homeless for 6 years, and we took a break to try to get my life going. I'm not having a great week either. I have health. Going crazy going on. I need prayers for anyone who pray. I will definitely pray for you, Kimberly, and I hope you get to feeling better, sweetie. No, I did not. If I did no, I did not do my college test. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be a smart ass. I was about to, but no. No, I don't have a fishing pole. I have nothing. I have clothes, for two suitcases, a backpack, another little bag, and a service dog. That's all I have. I don't even have a tent anymore. People think this is a joke, and it's not. You'll see when I go live from the woods. I hope you laugh, and I hope every one of y'all laughed then. I already had one person say they would help with half of it if somebody else could help with the other half, but yeah, don't even have a bow and arrow. Don't have money for a bow and arrow. No, well, y'all talk about her and pray about her. I'll be back. anyways, so yeah. I know God got you. People want to laugh or joke about it, then try to actually help. You know? You just need a little bit of help to get there. Not like I'm asking for money today, tomorrow, the next day, the day after that. I'm not that other bitch asking on here $98 a day for a fucking room. Fuck a room. Go out in the woods. Live off the land. I love to live off the land. Sorry, I was born a country boy, and that's what I'll always be. But I just need a little help getting back to the woods. I got 19 minutes and I gotta get off here, so what I'm hoping somebody will find it in their heart to help. Yeah, oh yeah, I have fire making skills. I'm not worried about that. What y'all are misunderstanding is I don't want to necessarily go back to the woods. I would rather stay here and go to college. If somebody's gonna help me with $45 to get an Uber back, why not add $5 to it and allow me to stay here and go to college to further my skills? Half. Yeah, I think Home Run did. She said Home Run Frenchie said she would go half if someone else would go half. So if I could get two people to send 25, then I could stay here. I wouldn't have to go back to the woods. You know? I could go to college. I could, do what I really want to do. See how college goes. Never been. But I just need a little bit of help. Wow, hi. What do you mean, wow? Wow, hi back to you. Boy, do I just don't understand how much shittier this week's gonna get. Or a week and a half. First, your ex dies on you, passes away at your age, maybe a year younger, out of nowhere. And now this. Yes, I've made a fire with 2 sticks. Alright, yo, stupid ass is gone. I'm not doing this wild shit. You wanna help. If you wanna keep being a smart ass, go make your own life and be one there. Goodbye. God almighty. I can't stand that people think it's a joke. I don't think it's a joke. I'm sorry, I don't. Cameron, are you still here? You asked me that question and then vanished. I haven't seen you, sweetie. You still here? Well, for one, I wouldn't be camping. I would be living in the woods. The one year to know, y'all have never met this ex that passed away. This is from somebody from high school, y'all. Oh, well, Coffee, thank you for potentially talking somebody who is willing to help. That's good for trying to talk them out of it. I appreciate that. But it's okay. It's okay. He has to have dog food. Got food in his bowl. That's not the problem right now, Tripper. The problem is place to live. 14 minutes. Now 13 minutes. I have to get off here. I just need one or two people to help. Or if you want to help and you don't even want to tell me that on the chat, then fucking send me a message. Send me a private message or tell me to follow you so you can message me. That way the trolls don't know. Yes. Chelsea, yes. If I can get the money and I can sign up, I'll have to wait till they do the test again in another 3 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks. Wait till they do the test again in another 3 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks. About this, they do the test once a month, about the same 2 times a month. So I'll have to wait about 2.5, 3 weeks. But, the issue is I'm not doing. As soon as I wake up, I have to be out. But I've got more people in here making a joke out of this than anything. Damn it, I can't do anything more time, and I could still have a roof over my head. If not, I go to Woods tomorrow morning. I don't know about the Wi-Fi in the fucking woods. Jesus Christ. How am I gonna offer the landlord money to stay if I don't have money to fucking take a test? Gene, good one, genius, good one. Yeah, I would have to wait a year in order to take corrosion technician again. Remember, I was going to college for 2 different things: computer designing, cybersecurity, which falls under the same category, and corrosion tech. I would have to wait a year to do corrosion tech. But I don't have to wait a year to take the test. But at this point, I don't even, it's obviously none of y'all are going to help. So would somebody please help with at least the Uber? That's all I'm asking for. I need it in the morning. Oh, here we go. Boy, mama, bitch, you look like you on some rugs. Goodbye. Ratchet ass looking. Bitch, maybe next time you need to swallow. Then you wouldn't have that username. Talk shit about me, I can talk it right back. Oh wait, she's blocked. She can't hear me no more. Because of the agreement between my grandma and the landlord. Why would they say that? Because they're ignorant? Usually what happens. Hi, Angela. I gotta get off here in 7 minutes, y'all. All I'm asking for is enough to get an Uber. It's $40. I can't stay here no more. I've gotta go. I have to get to the back to the woods to the campsite. I just need $40. My PayPal and Venmo are in my bio. Why do I have to get off? Because the internet shuts up. My grandma has the internet set up to where it shuts off and I'm on Wi-Fi. Sure. If you know where I'm at, I'm not gonna say my address right here on live with all these trolls in here. Hell no. Put my family in danger? No. Message you? Well, you'll probably have to message me, but there you go. No, I don't have marshmallows. I'm glad this is a joke for everybody. I love how me being homeless is a joke. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, coffee and crochet problem solved. Yeah, I'm glad. Thanks for your help. Not. You're welcome. Of course you would say that. Oh, Lord have mercy. No, I did not get what I want. To be honest, I would rather go to college. I really don't want to go back to the woods. What do you do to earn $40? What are you talking about? We're not talking about earning $40. We're talking about either $45 for an Uber, 40 or 45, depending on what time I do go, or $50 to where I can stay where I'm living at for college to take two tests. They're called TSI placement tests. Alright, Coffee, your ass can get gone too. Yep, of course I knew you were a troll. Low followers, low following, go figure. Maybe I wouldn't have been an ass had you not started running your mouth first. Kyle took the tents with them. Graham crackers. Your neighbor paid you 40 to pick up a branch. That was all. My luck never comes my way. Me and Kyle are nowhere near each other. We are hours. He is almost on the other side of Texas than I am now. No, Sherry, they didn't change the deadline. They test throughout the year. I can take the test at any given time, at any one of these testing dates, but I have to sign up for it within a certain amount of time for that specific testing date. Donald Trump is Jesus Christ. I'm not even gonna humor your fucking questions. You're not wanting to help. You're just nagging on, making questions that either half-ass make sense or make sense at all. Good gosh. Whatever. Anyway, it's 12:59. I gotta get off here. Ain't nobody ever gonna fucking want to help out the way they. It's always gotta be that way or the highway, that way or the highway. I'll message you. Well, let me see. Hold on. See, now it's just 2 dots. Yeah, because it shows guest. Let me try to look you up after this, and I'll send you a message. Have fun camping. Once again, dummy, it's not camping. It's living in the woods.